Now on Coast TV News.
Millsboro bypass progress will show you the massive transformation that's underway and how it's capturing attention across the community.
The iconic cupola has vanished. Hear exclusive reaction from locals and insights from the Georgetown Courthouse.
Fresh finds in Rehoboth. The farmers market season officially started. Discover how these markets forge connections between you and the farmers who nourish our community.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Digging in at the Millsboro bypass construction site. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 6. We begin tonight with the Millsboro bypass now taking shape.
The bypass is set to be 2 miles long. It runs from Route 113 and 20 intersection to Route 24. Along with the overpass, the bypass and overpass is scheduled to be at routes 113 and 20. And that's not all. 4 bridges are planned to be built along the bypass, with some going over Millsboro Pond. That's what you're looking at there. And the goal of all of that is getting traffic out of downtown Millsboro. Joining us live in Millsboro is Coast TV News reporter Charles Reinert. Charles, this project is decades in the making and has a mixed reaction.
Maddie, this highway broke ground a little over a year ago, and what a difference a year can make. Take a look at your screen right now. You can actually see from above the progress that the Millsboro overpass is now making. Now, DelDOT is hoping to have this project complete by summer 2025, and it's costing the state around $130 million to build. Now, the goal of this project is to direct traffic around downtown Millsboro and cut down on a notoriously bad bottleneck here. The one person told me today that he is counting down the days until it's done.
Oh, it'd be great. I don't work, so I mean, I'm part-time. I'm retired, but I come in here every day to fish, and I got to base my travel time around what time the chicken plant gets out.
Now, as for that road closure, DelDOT is planning to close down the intersection of Route 113 and Route 20, or Hardscrabble Road as it's better known, next Monday on the 13th, starting at 7 a.m. It'll be in effect until May 20th at 10 a.m., so be sure to keep that in mind for your travels next week. I'm Charles Reinert in Millsboro tonight. Coast TV News.
Thank you, Charles. In 2017, that project was identified as a priority. It was part of the larger Route 113 North and South study. It focused on possible improvements along that central highway, particularly in Millsboro and the areas south of it. Now, after some wider solutions faced opposition in 2013, DelDOT shifted focus and says it's been considering scaled-back solutions like they say this one that was presented back in 2017.
Be prepared to stop when you drive through Milton. Town Council is moving forward with a proposal that would add 4-way stops to multiple intersections. Live in Milton is Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner. Mallory, despite the approval, this isn't a done deal yet.
DelDOT still has to weigh in before anything can be finalized, but here's what the town wants to do. I'm standing at the intersection of Atlantic Street and Chestnut Street. You can see the stop sign right here next to me. That's for the traffic on Atlantic Street. Meanwhile, the cars on Chestnut, they don't have to stop. They can keep going straight through this intersection. If you've ever driven through here, you know how confusing it can be. Sometimes drivers think they have to stop coming down Chestnut Street when they don't. Other times, drivers on Atlantic Street might pull out in front of them, not realizing that it's not a 4-way stop. Some drivers we spoke to today told us there are blind spots at this intersection, and others said that a 4-way stop might not necessarily be the safest solution.
Never quite sure who's got the right of way, and things are changing really fast down here. There's a lot more people moving into the area.
My biggest concern is the fact that this road is used a lot for the fire company vehicles, and if they put 4-way stop, you see it's pretty busy coming through here. I'm afraid whether they're going to have an accident here.
The town also approved a 4-way stop for Federal, Wharton, and Mulberry. But again, these are just requests that DelDOT still has to sign off on before any traffic changes can be made. I'm Mallory Metzner, live in Milton, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Mallory. And this brings us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, do you have any intersections near you that might be better as 4-way stops?
Let's take a look at the updated results. It was an overwhelming yes, and it is still that same way, but a little down. It was 75. Yeah, slightly moving. 72% say yes, 28% say no at this time. Though we're going to keep running the poll.
And we'll have it again this evening. You can check in and vote on this at coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
Turning to Georgetown, Rodney Marvel, a respected past fire chief, State Fire Chiefs Association president, and fire school instructor, has passed away. The Georgetown Fire Company says a viewing is scheduled for this Saturday from 10 to 1 at Crossroads Community Church. This will be followed by a ceremony honoring his service. After that, a special procession will take place at Station 77. All fire personnel are requested to be at the church by 11 a.m. in full uniform.
The debate continues in Delaware over House Bill 350. The proposed bill aims to create a hospital cost review board that would oversee healthcare costs. Several organizations and community leaders led by the Delaware Healthcare Association have expressed strong opposition. They submitted a joint letter to Governor John Carney and key legislators detailing their concerns. The letter criticizes the bill as flawed and potentially disastrous, threatening not only hospital systems, but also the broader business and nonprofit communities. Having said that, supporters of the bill argued that it would make healthcare more affordable and it would make it more transparent.
Moving to news along the coast, Rehoboth Beach commissioners once again discussed changing some restaurant rules. They want to adjust what counts as a major change to a restaurant's layout or number of seats. So get this, right now, any change in seating, whether you add 1 or take away 30, that's considered major. Now, the new proposal would only consider adding more seats as a major change. The city says this could make up the permitting process hopefully simpler and also reduce the amount of paperwork restaurants need to handle. One thing to note, there's not a new ordinance on this yet, which would be needed for that change.
Rehoboth city officials are tackling the issue of basements that aren't meant for living but are being turned into homes without proper safety measures. There's an example of this on your screen right here. You can see it on the left. During the meeting, Rehoboth's assistant building inspector raised concerns about a lack of emergency exits and proper safety features like smoke detectors. He suggested either improving safety standards or stopping their construction altogether. The commissioners haven't made a final decision yet, but plan to explore solutions to make sure these basement spaces are safe and properly used.
After years of back and forth, the Rehoboth Beach Planning Commission will hold a special meeting to review the preliminary site plan for the new Bellhaven Hotel. That proposed hotel is going to be built on Rehoboth Avenue and the boardwalk, if approved, where Candy Kitchen currently sits. The proposal, as it stands now, is a 4-story, 92-room hotel. There's shops on the ground floor and underneath a 94-car parking garage. That's all happening, the review, this Thursday at 2 p.m.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside into the Ocean City area. I'm going to call that gray as we send things over to our First Alert Chief Meteorologist, Paul Williams, who might have a little more scientific backing.
Well, I think scientifically we would actually call that yucky. Anyway, that being said, listen, we're looking for the gray skies to continue, and we're bracing for a chance of strong storms by the time we get to Thursday. But right now, our Bay Health camera in Milford, we're staying yucky or gray right now in Milford in 75 degrees, and we will drop down to the upper 60s throughout the rest of the night with partly cloudy skies. Now, we are looking for a chance of severe weather. In fact, as you take a look at, we're at a level 2 for Thursday, which means watching out for scattered, short-lived storms, isolated intensity. There's actually a slight chance of some strong storms developing. I don't want to talk about this tornado stuff just yet because we got to wait for the trigger to pull perfectly. Things are weaving together close, but not exactly where they need to be for severe weather. So we need to walk through this during the main weather segment. So I need you guys to stick around so I can show you why the pluses and minuses of this situation going into Thursday. Maddie?
Paul, thank you so much. Happening right now in Lewis, the bathroom at Mary Vessels Park. It's closed for remodeling until May 24th. During this period, there will be some other restrooms open at Canal Front Park, Zwannendale Park, Trailhead, Savannah Beach, and Johnny Walker. The city says there will be a sign available on Mary Vessel's building letting you know where to go.
Not that today's yucky weather is helping, but as more visitors come to Rehoboth Beach, city officials want to remind everybody of the rules that start May 15th. So listen up. You can ride your bike on the boardwalk early in the morning. That's from 5 to 10 a.m. That goes all the way until September 15th. However, adults are not allowed to bike on sidewalks at any time. Only children that are under 12 can do that. The city says skateboards not allowed on the boardwalk, bandstand or any sidewalks and streets during the summer. Also, people can't use rollerblades or skates on the boardwalk, bandstand, and Rehoboth Ave either.
The Sussex Preservation Coalition is having a night of legislative updates. So if you're interested, listen here. It's all about state laws regarding wetlands and wind power. Also, some expert talks on restoring ecosystems by native plants and mini forests. Yeah, that's a thing in your own backyard. There will also be updates on the proposed controversial Cool Spring Crossing and North Star housing developments. That's all happening May 14th. It's free at the Lewis Public Library.
What was once on the top of this building that you're about to see here has now been moved down to the ground level. The cupola on top of the Sussex County Courthouse was taken down on Saturday morning, according to police in the courthouse. The community relations representative for Delaware Court says the state facilities that handled their building are doing routine refurbishment on the cupola, which apparently goes on about once every 20 years. But locals are shocked to see it down.
I live in Georgetown, and we had to be going around a circle, and I said, oh, what's all going on? Then we realized they were taking it down.
With the cupola coming down last weekend, there's still no word on when the refurbished one will end up back on top of the Sussex County Courthouse.
We have a lot more news to get to this evening.
That's right. Discover how Rehoboth Beach is celebrating Public Service Recognition Week with a special event and what it signals for the upcoming summer.
And we may be in for a few wet roads on Wednesday thanks to the rain that's on the way. I'll pinpoint the timing for you in a moment.
But first, the Rehoboth Farmers Market, now open. We'll dive into the community spirit and showcase what's fresh this season when we're back in just 60 seconds.
The day of the bridge collapse, my phone just started ringing. The ship struck the bridge. The Dolly was the last ship I was on. It was a punch in the gut. Losing lives is a tragedy, but losing our livelihoods was a disaster. It was a direct hit to longshoremen because if we don't have vessels, we do not have work. Your pay just stopped overnight. We're in trouble. I saw David Trone on the news.
We got to bring these dollars home.
Yes.
And we got to make sure that union labor builds this bridge. We got to keep thinking about those that have lost wages.
That's right.
Longshoremen are small businessmen. They still got mortgages to meet, food to put on the table. So we need an effort not to let that slip through the cracks.
1000%. To have an advocate speaking loud and speaking proud is David Trone for me.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
This is Coast TV News at 6.
Warmer weather means the start of farmers market season on Delmarva.
The Rehoboth Beach Farmers Market opened today for the season, and our meteorologist Alex Seymour went out to see why these markets are so important to farmers and other people in the area.
Many people filled Grove Park on Tuesday to enjoy the first day of the Rehoboth Beach Farmers Market. Numerous local vendors from around the region were selling flowers, strawberries, garlic, and even local grown asparagus. Farmers markets like this one in Rehoboth Beach provide people the opportunity to get the freshest grown items.
We picked yesterday for today. That's it. You know, it's you don't get better than that unless you come to the farm.
Not only do you get the freshest produce, but these farmers markets create a sense of community as people are able to speak with the very people who are growing their food.
We've been coming here so long, it's almost like at all these markets, it's our extended family. We know everybody, we know their kids, and it's not just sales, it's information about our products. They want to hear about our farm. We want to hear about their kids.
Danielle Malone comes out to the Rehoboth Beach Farmers Market many times throughout the summer to buy fresh vegetables from local farmers.
The biggest thing I think is just supporting all the locals that come out here and work hard to set up and sell their goods.
The Rehoboth Beach Farmers Market will be held every Tuesday from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m. here in Grove Park in Rehoboth Beach through the end of October. For more information on this farmers market and other farmers markets across Delmarva, be sure to check out my article on CoastTVNews.com. I'm meteorologist Alex Seymour in Rehoboth Beach, Coast TV News.
Well, the Gulf forecast is looking a little shady, literally and meteorologically speaking. Watching out for cloud cover to stay on the increase in our region. Now, we are watching out for a chance of spotty showers here and there, but it's going to be pretty good for us. with temperatures well into the 80s, but we're going to watch out for those scattered showers for Wednesday, and it's not going to be great at all on Thursday. We'll have more on your full forecast in a moment.
Uneven concrete at your home or business? It's unsightly and unsafe. Call Morris Masonry, Delmarva's exclusive spray foam systems concrete leveling and masonry contractor. Morris injects safe polyurethane to slowly level the slab. It stabilizes the ground below, reducing erosion and settling. Leveling is half the cost of pouring new, and it's done in as little as 1 day. Call Morris Masonry for an expert analysis. No job is too big or too small. They'll fix your front step or even a shopping mall.
Or city sidewalks, or a highway.
Hi, I just had to tell you Valley Casino has partnered with Bet Rivers in Delaware.
We've got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play.
With really fast payouts and a rewards program you'll love!
Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. Is this awkward?
So get ready, casino fans. And Brittany. Bet Rivers and Valley Casino, together in Delaware. Download the app today.
Trying to quit tobacco is frustrating. You feel lost. You've tried several times. Yet everywhere you turn, there are triggers pulling you back in. But there is a way out. The Delaware Quit Line. We can help get you on a path to living tobacco-free with free counseling, cessation aids, and medications. Let us help you quit for good.
At Coastal Comfort, we know there's no place like home. That's why we're committed to ensuring total comfort for a totally happy home. As a premier Carrier factory authorized dealer, we're dedicated to providing reliable service and the best savings. Like now, through the end of May, with purchase of a qualified Carrier system, you can instantly receive up to $1,900 off. You could also qualify for up to $2,000 in federal tax credit. Coastal Comfort, a Carrier factory authorized dealer serving Maryland and Delaware. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
Download the free CoastTV First Alert weather app today.
I'm going to call for a beautiful day, even though it's going to be a bit gray. Gray is beautiful as well. All the spectrums, all the colors on the spectrum scale is, beautiful to some degree somewhere. So right now we have cloudy skies, a beautiful way to kick off the day. At least it's not storming, okay? And in Ocean City, we're holding at about 62 degrees, and we're going to stay at about 61 by 9 o'clock with partly cloudy skies. Listen, we do have some advisories to pass along to you. First of all, connected to the tides, we do have a coastal flood advisory for all of Sussex and also Kent, by the way, in case you're heading that direction. But it's not because of potential rain causing flooding concerns. No, actually, even though we've had, up to possibly an inch that fell in Delmar because of that isolated cell that popped in quickly. Other than that, isolated tracking, and that's how detailed this is actually. We're looking at pretty much dry conditions for most areas with the stationary boundary draping across the Delmarva Peninsula, and we have another wall of rain that's going to be beginning to push our way, but it has to be precipitated or kicked off with a great deal of warm air, which is where this warm front comes into play, and that surge is coming out of the deep south, and so that's going to set us up for rain. That being said, listen, this is what we're talking about. We're watching out for level 2 intensity or possibility of severe weather for Thursday. Friday's okay, we may get a passing shower, but I need for you to concentrate on Thursday for me real quick for a moment. This includes our entire area, and we could see some scattered short-lived thunderstorms with isolated intensity. There is a slight chance of 1 or 2 tornadoes. I'm not going to talk tornadoes until I see it happening, but we could have some strong storms. The winds are pushing out of the south, temperatures in the 60s to start off Wednesday morning at 6 o'clock. By the afternoon, by lunchtime, we're at 80 degrees in Salisbury and Princess Anne, and then by 4 o'clock, we're at 88 in Newark, Salisbury, 87 in Princess Anne, Pocomoke City, Willard, as well as Berlin. So that's how warm we're going to be here. Thursday, which is the day I'm picking for it to really get kind of messy, spotty showers at the beginning of the day, and then some spot showers will flare up as we go throughout the afternoon hours. Now, the muggy meter kicks in for Wednesday because we're going to have temperatures well into the 80s, feeling like the 90s. Then it drops dramatically. That means we have a cold front that's going to push through and just zap all the moisture and heat out of the atmosphere, i.e. a hint for a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms to turn severe. So Wednesday, we're in the upper 80s by the afternoon. And then as we go into Thursday, we start off with a sprinkle in Fenwick Island and Selbyville at 8 o'clock in the morning. Then mid-morning, we'll have some spot showers or thunderstorms pulling out of the way. And then by Thursday, it'll clear out. So remember, Thursday is the peak day for the scattered showers and thunderstorms in Wallops Island and in Assateague. We still have some leftover lingering showers on Friday. Ocean City, look out for a flash of lightning throughout the mid-morning hours by Thursday and some passing showers on Friday with temperatures in the 60s on both days. And for Dewey Beach and Cape Henlopen, Thursday is going to be the day where temperatures will be in the 70s, and we're watching out for a storm or two. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast. Wednesday, we're muggy in 88. Thursday, we're stormy in 75. Friday, we have a few showers and then only 64.
Thank you, Paul. Move over, Milton. According to locals all over Facebook, a few cows, they've gone missing. They were last spotted 30 minutes ago near the construction area off Cave Neck and Front Street, heading towards the river. We actually sent somebody out to try and find a couple pictures. We did not find them. They say the animals were previously seen in the woods near Round Pole Bridge Road, heading towards the Nature Preserve Trail. And again, we did send somebody out to try to find them. No luck. The Facebook community is asking everybody to stay alert and message if anybody spots a cow around town.
Cape Henlopen Senior Center and BB Healthcare are teaming up. The Senior Center is hosting a free health fair Thursday in Rehoboth. Organizers say they'll be providing health screenings that include blood pressure, blood sugar, and total cholesterol. There's no appointment or registration required. That's going from 9 to noon.
In celebration of Public Service Recognition Week, Rehoboth Beach is closing its offices tomorrow. The week is to honor all government employees at federal, state, county, local, and tribal levels. The city says it's going to close offices at 12:30 p.m. so that employees and their families can enjoy a little spring picnic. The event also will serve as a kickoff to the upcoming busy summer season.
The Delmarva Sports Network from the Wawa Studios.
What's going on, everybody? Coming up this Thursday, episode 3 of season 2, Into the Trenches. And the Wildcats are ready for the season opener. So make sure you grab your popcorn and set your alarms. Here's a sneak peek at episode 3 of Into the Trenches, the Wildcat Legacy.
On the next Into the Trenches.
I can't think of any other school where it's so close to the sidelines.
The weekend of football in the first state continues tonight.
He's one of those Del Mar fans that's not maybe a native, but he's the real thing.
I wish that I had had somebody mentor me like he mentored these boys.
Into the Trenches, the Wildcat Legacy. Thursday at 7:30 on Delmarva Sports Network.
And the rain did not go away today as both Bayside softball and baseball championships have been postponed. Colonel Richardson and Stephen Decatur at Arthur Purdue Stadium will now be tomorrow night at 6 p.m. And Mardella and North Dorchester softball will be playing for the title at Salisbury University tomorrow. That'll for sports. Have a great night, everybody.
This summer, pack your bags and head to Ocean City, Maryland for free family fun all summer long. Watch beach movies, build sandcastles, and gaze at colorful kites, all completely free. Bust a move from the beach to the bay with beach dance parties, Sunset Park party nights, and Sundays in the park with fireworks, all completely free. Enjoy arts and crafts, discover Ocean City's history, and be in awe of acrobatic stunts at the circus, all completely free. So get going. Family memories are waiting to be made in Ocean City, Maryland. Plan your trip now at OCOcean.com.
WRDE First Alert Weather, brought to you by Ocean City, Maryland.
Not happy with your utility bill? Help save energy by replacing your outdated, inefficient windows. At Spicer Brothers, we install new replacement windows and new construction series windows, built for extreme weather and high energy efficiency. And quality installation is just as important as the window itself.
And you can have peace of mind on your new windows with the Spicer Brothers Platinum Plus lifetime warranty.
And right now, buy 2 windows and get 1 free. Plus, no interest and no payments for 18 months. Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
The Subaru car has been an awesome change. It is definitely something that's reliable, safe. Gateway Subaru had what I was looking for. The dealership was just wonderful to deal with. Gateway really nailed it and you didn't feel pressured. They were more compassionate, willing to work with you. So Gateway provided me with the cross-check that I needed and I'm very comfortable with. Walked out with the keys in the car the same day and it's been running beautifully. And I love my Subaru.
Every day, Washington politicians let the border crisis continue and do nothing. They fail the American people. Open border Democrats and status quo Republicans are both to blame. We need common sense leaders with the guts to get it done.
Typical D.C. politicians play politics instead of solving the problem. As governor, we fought sanctuary cities. Enough is enough. Secure the border immediately. I'm Larry Hogan, and I approve this message. In the Senate, I'll fight to keep our communities safe.
Want to go for a spin? Play the Big Spin Scratch Off. You could win up to $50,000 instantly, or a chance to spin the Big Spin Wheel for up to $250,000.
Delmarva's Classic Rock, Big 107.7.
The Dewey Beach Arts and Fun Fest is coming back. The Dewey Business Partnership says its 13th annual festival promises 50 artists, live music, and a student art gallery. You can even create your own art. This is from when the festival was held at the Lions Club. It's at the Rusty Rudder this year, starting at 9 a.m. Saturday.
Sounds like a whole lot of fun. By the way, our dry tech camera is showing that the atmosphere is having a whole lot of fun, creating some more fog and some drizzle actually right now in Ocean City, with the winds out of the south-southwest at about 6 miles per hour. We're expecting the temperatures to stay in the low 70s for the rest of this evening. Now, even with that being the case, our Ocean City camera is leaving me hanging. That's all right. That's life, right? We're looking for temperatures staying in the 60s actually for us, and we're looking for coastal flood advisories to stay in effect in our area.
Thanks so very much, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 6.
We'll never leave you hanging. We'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 11. Have a great evening.